Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
Hey. This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into the Fearless Beer Review. We get into the vinyl stuff we picked up, stuff we've been listening to, Jeff's record store, Desert Grooves Records, and then we wrap it up with some new music and other happenings in the music world. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. All the social media is at Asinine Radio, so go follow us, tell all your friends, share all the posts. And that's all I got for the boring intro. So let's jump right into it, Jeff. The Fearless Beer Review. What do we got today? Go.
I have a Dead Guy Ale from Rogue Brewing.
Oh, okay. That's an oldie.
That's an oldie. It's a goodie too. I remember I drank a lot of this. So they're from Oregon. I don't know what part of Oregon. Newport. They're from Newport Beach, California. But I drank a lot of this because they had a brewery in Portland, kind of by our house. And it was just really nice. It was like the nicest, newest brewery you could go sit at. And like all the cool tech, right? All the fucking nice pinball machines, the biggest TVs. And so for a while, I was treating their Dead Guy Ale the way I treated Arrogant Bastard when I first was exposed to it. Just drank like a fucking lot of it. And then I got tired of it, and I have not had it probably like in 5-10 years.
Yeah, it's probably been about 10 years since I've had that too. So
Renee got Sloan a little 12-pack of this, and here we go.
Sloan probably loves it too. He's probably thinks it's so friggin' good.
I feel like he's probably had it at some point.
I'm sure he has.
Yeah, this is what I got. Yeah.
All right. Well, I wasn't sure if we were going to be doing this episode today, so I didn't prepare too much. So I have a beer that I've had before. I'm sure I've talked about it on the pod, but it's called Delicious IPA from Stone Brewery. Stone Brewery is in San Diego, California, and they usually put out pretty solid beer. I don't think I've really had anything terrible from them. And speaking of Arrogant Bastard, that was the first beer I ever had from Stone Brewery.
Same here.
Yeah, so it's Delicious IPA. This is always good, so I'm excited. It's 7.7 ABV, so it's kind of a strong boy, and it says it's gluten reduced, so I guess that's cool, right? It's vegan friendly.
Super good.
What beer is not vegan friendly? Really? What makes a beer not vegan?
I don't know. Maybe like milk stouts if there's actual milk in there.
Oh, I suppose. But like an IPA, you really have to put that on an IPA.
They get steak IPAs where they use like steaks in them.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. All right, let's just start drinking. Here we go. Here we go. That is something, man. That is something. Got my hands clapping and everything.
I heard.
So, what do you think of your Dead Man's Ale?
It's good. So this is it's like 6.8%. It's a Maibach, not your Bach, but it's Maibach.
Yeah, it's your Bach. Yeah.
And it's good. It's beefy. It's malty. It's a Bavarian Maibach. I don't know. It's good. I think that's pretty fucking really good.
Is it? Is it one of those beers that's kind of flat? Like it's kind of flat, right?
Yeah. There's not a ton of carbonation in there, but it's not like flat. It's flat compared to like an IPA or something or a session or something like that. But no, it's flatter.
Okay. Yeah. And it kind of has like, don't those kind of beers have kind of like a little bit of a coffee taste too, like a roasty?
There's definitely
nutty taste.
There's definitely some like roasty toffee.
Yeah.
Like the biggest flavor here is malt. Like it's a malty beer. It's like a fucking Colt 45. It's malty.
It's malty. All right.
But it's pretty good, dude. Like I like this a lot. I think I can only drink one of these because it is pretty heavy. It is pretty thick. Like I'm chewing it a little bit, but it's good. It's good. It's good.
Very good. What do you got for your backup beers?
Someone went shopping today, so we have all the lights. Baby, we have Michelob Ultra lights. We have Coors lights. We have Bud Light lights, and then we have. Well, that's all that we have actually. Oh, and Corona lights.
That sounds about right for the Hutton household.
User. Dude,
all light beers.
Hey,
gotta have the variety.
Michelob Ultra was on sale for like $14 for like a 30-pack. Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, it's a pretty damn good deal.
That's stupid. Like I like drinking craft beers and all, but like 40 cents a beer? Come on.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Not at all.
Fucking cost you $5 to get a buzz.
Now I pretty much just like exclusively buy my light beer from Costco because you can't beat Costco's price.
It's cheap.
Yeah, you can get a 30-pack for like $22.
And we've already done that. We've already gone out to like cool breweries and bars and ordered, our Bass after Bass and then Guinness and then spent way too much money on that stuff. So it's our time to just, maybe a couple times a week I'll splurge on something or get like a growler or something. But otherwise, yeah, dude, I'm not made of money. Okay.
Yeah. I always have either Coors Light or Bud Light or Budweiser, and then I'll accent my my stuff with some IPAs or something, some sort of craft beer. And because you brought it up, I have not had a Bass Ale in fucking years, and that used to be one of my favorite beers. I really like Bass Ale.
There was a while,
but they don't sell it anywhere anymore.
We were obsessed with Bass. I think a lot of it had to do with too, like we were really getting heavily into soccer. There's like a whole English pub type of feel when you order a Bass, especially at that. I don't know what the bar is called, but over on Brookhurst and the free with the 22, I think it is.
Oh,
we played darts with Ronald at the shows.
What was it? It was an Irish pub.
Right. Always got Bass there. Every
Flanagan's or something?
I don't remember. That's probably right.
Not O'Shea's. That's in Vegas. But yeah, something like that. Whatever. But I knew what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They used to serve the goldfish crackers.
Yes.
Instead of like peanuts or whatever else. Yeah. It was goldfish crackers. We played darts and get a little too drunk. And then I don't know how we used to get home from Fountain Valley, because Fountain Valley is like a good 40-minute drive.
It's far.
Yeah, it's not the closest, but I don't know why would we go there. I don't remember why we would go there.
I think we went there once. I swear we went there after a concert one time, and then we were like, "Oh, this bar's pretty dope." Like, because it wasn't busy, they served food there, and the beer was pretty cheap. So I would assume he probably just like drove home. To be honest,
I mean, it's right next to the observatory.
Yeah.
So maybe that was it. I don't remember, but whatever. What are you going to do? So my Stone Delicious IPA, this is a great beer. Oh, what did you rate your beer based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect beer, 2 is a good beer you're going to continue to drink, 1 is a bad beer but give it a shot, and 0 is a drain pour? What do you give yours? Go.
I mean, honestly, if after this 12-pack runs its course, I don't think I'd be okay never drinking this again for the rest of my life. So, like, do I really want to give this a 2? No, but it is good. It's solid. I fear that.
So you'd have it again.
If it warms, it's gonna be fucking just rancid and disgusting. So I don't know. I just don't want to give it a 2. Just
okay.
Won't. Do 1.9.
So 1.9. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So yeah, my Delicious IPA. Like I said, I've had this many times. I've even brought it to the pod before. Just a really good, solid IPA. I think it's better than their normal just standard Stone IPA. It's a little bit, I guess, brighter tasting, or a little, I guess it's lighter. It's not as malty as that, and it's a more refreshing tasting IPA from them. So it's really good. You can buy them in 6-packs. I got this one. It's a 20-ounce can, because we use ounces. We don't use what is it, liters? What do they use in Britland?
I don't know, the wrong measurements.
The quids and the quid pro quos and stuff. Yeah.
Who knows?
All right. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna give this a 2.5. 2.5 for me. Solid
pretty
stuff
high.
Right here.
It's
good though.
High.
It's worth it. So Raul did leave a review for mine. Did he leave one for yours on Beer Advocate?
No, I thought for sure he would have.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
and it's fairly common too. So at least around here. But this is what he said about the Delicious IPA. This was from July 1st, 2014. Wow, like my baby mama during the holidays, this thing is batshit crazy. It's 50-50 East meets West, right down the line. There's malt, But with such a malty IPA, I have never experienced such a juice wallop on the backbone. It's like a Pacific beached whale washing to shore on Lake Erie. Do it for the whales, my peeps.
What?
Okay. All right, dude. It's like a Pacific beached whale washing to shore on Lake Erie.
Is a Pacific beach like a specific type of whale? Because Lake Erie is not next to the ocean.
No, it's not even close. It's in the Midwest.
I don't understand what that means.
Yes. I don't either. I guess Pacific Ocean, Pacific beached whale. I mean, I don't know. I don't. He must have been really drunk when he wrote
probably
this.
Probably a little toasty.
Yeah. This one I just don't. It doesn't make any sense.
Weird.
Anyway, 0-2.
Have you ever been to the Great Lakes? Have you ever seen or been there at all?
No, the closest I've been was Chicago, but we didn't go to the lakes. Yeah, but have you?
No, but in New Orleans there was a massive fucking lake that we were driving next to go on an alligator tour or a crocodile tour. I don't know, one of those fucking things. And the lake was so big that you could see like the drop off the horizon where it like curves over on the flat Earth. That's what you could see. And I was like, damn, I've never seen like a lake that looks like a fucking ocean like that. That was cool. And then if you look at a map, like that lake that we drove by it's like nothing compared to like the Great Lakes. So I'm like, I wonder how fucking big the motherfucking things are.
I know. Have you ever seen those videos on Instagram or TikTok? I know you don't use TikTok, but still, where it shows like showing like the deepest lake or the shallowest lake to the deepest part of the ocean, and it gives you like reference like this is the size of the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, whatever, and it shows like I think was it Lake Erie or Lake Michigan are the deepest. It's the deepest lake in the world. And like in comparison, it's almost as deep as like the Atlantic Ocean or some shit like that.
What the fuck?
It's something, or maybe the Indian Ocean. It was something crazy like that.
Fuck that, dude.
It's insanely deep. Fucking terrifying. And then it shows and then it ends at the Marianas Trench in the Pacific Ocean, and then it pans back to show like the distance from where you started to Marianas Trench, and it doesn't even seem fathomable. Like it's just insane to think that if this is all true, that the oceans are that deep.
Dude, fucking the deepest part of Lake Superior, I guess, is like over a quarter mile. That's so fucking deep.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Ugh.
The fuck is in there?
Yeah, nah. I don't know why like lakes kind of scare me, but like oceans I have no problem with.
Yeah, lakes are definitely scarier.
Because all the horror movies are in the lakes, right? Jason and all the camp movies, right?
Piranha,
Cabin Fever. But like in the ocean, you just got to watch out for like Jaws and great whites. Like, who cares?
I agree with you on that. Have you seen all the crazy surf and waves here in California?
No.
Dude, it's because there's going to be like a storm tomorrow. So, there's all this crazy flooding in all the beach cities. And, it's pretty wild. And then the Wedge in Newport, people have been surfing there, and people are just getting fucking slammed into the sand because people don't know.
Regardless,
the Wedge here in Newport, it's the waves literally crash right onto the sand. So there's only maybe 2 feet of water. So if you get slammed, you're getting slammed into the ground, not into the water. And dude, these surfers, man, they're just getting fucked up. But yeah, and then the sets are coming in so fast, so it's like you get wiped out, and then immediately another wave's right on top of you.
I'm actually watching the live cam right now, the Huntington Beach live cam.
Oh really? But yeah, no, the ocean, the waves are crazy right now, here in Southern California. I think Northern California too.
I think it's so cool that like that Huntington Beach live cam. There's like 10 of them, and they've been around for so long.
They have, huh?
They're always on.
They're always on, yeah.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah, you should definitely look up some of those videos from the Wedge from I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. Crazy shit. But anyway. 0-2. Let's move on. Very regional podcast here.
Regional podcast here.
What do we have next? Well, the vinyl stuff we've listened to, stuff we picked up recently, and leads into the songs of the week. And we're going to talk about your record store, Desert Grooves Records. Also, if you want to listen to any of the songs we talk about, they're going to be in a playlist that's going to be linked in the episode description. So go follow along if you'd like. Listen along if you'd like. So yeah, let's start with you, Jeff. What did you get this week, and what's your song of the week? Let's go.
It's got some cool stuffs here. I got a single, a 12-inch single. I don't really keep a lot of singles. Actually, I only have one single, and it's this one. But it's Sister Nancy and her song "Bam Bam." Mm-hmm. It's just it's a dance hall song, dance hall song, reggae, and it's fucking good. It is like phenomenal. It's one of the greatest. It is one of the greatest reggae songs of all time.
And I feel like if you think you've never heard it, when you put it on, you'll immediately know the song.
Immediately know. And she,
it's been played everywhere.
It's early 80s, and it was not popular in Jamaica, but it got really popular everywhere else, all over the world, as with most like things coming out of Jamaica at that time. Mm-hmm. But she never, from what I was reading, her manager never really told her that it got big. And it was in a movie with, who the fuck was it? Like DMX and somebody else I think it was called Belly, which I've never even seen.
Mm.
But it got popular after that, like the early 90s, and like it got really popular, and she never saw any money for it whatsoever. And finally, she was out somewhere, and they were playing it, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And then she started, like, people started telling her, like, "Yeah, dude, your song's huge. Like, the whole world loves it." And she went to talk to her manager about it, and he was like, nowhere to be found, and he just like completely robbed her of all of her money. And then it's kind of funny because Kanye used this song in one of his songs that I'll talk about later. So yeah, and then so her records are pretty expensive, especially for this one too. But this came in a collection, and the guy had like all the Slightly Stupids and Sublime records, and then he had this one. I almost kept the Jah Won't Pay the Bills, the Record Store Day exclusive, but because it's the only place you can find it on vinyl. But the whole point of like that Sublime demo is to get the demos, but the Record Store Day one has like these remastered versions that are basically the same as fucking 40 Ounces to Freedom, and they don't even include all of the demos on it. So in the original job, like tapes, the later demos are the ones that are super rough, super raw, and it doesn't even, the vinyl doesn't even have it on there. So yeah, it's exactly, what the fuck is the point? This is a stupid release. So I was mad because we got two of them.
Was that the collection that came in with the cassette, the Sublime cassette?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a CD.
Or CD, yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. Super cool.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Anyway, where are we at? What's happening here?
Yeah, Sister Nancy. Do you have anything else on that one? Or?
No, that's it. That song. That song itself. Do you like that song?
Yeah, it's a great song.
You like that song like a lot, or it's a good song?
No, it's a very good song. I really do like it.
It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a single, I would get the single. Yeah.
Okay, good. That's what you should be saying.
Okay, got it.
All right, so the next one is Deep Purple. Deep Purple's Deep Purple. This is their third record, 69. And this is like my favorite Deep Purple right here. This is just like the perfect blend of them doing kind of like the psych stuff before this in like their first album, then Book of Taliesin, and before they get into the more hard rock, almost like metal-y Deep Purple after this. And this is just kind of like right in the middle. And I love this record. I love this record a lot. And I don't know.
So
what do you think?
Remind me, because there's so many lineup changes with the band. This is the first singer, right? The original singer?
This is right? Yes. Yeah.
Because it's their first record.
He did 3 and then he left.
Yeah. Right. And then he was replaced with, oh my God, what's his name? Well, I don't want to say Roger Daltrey when I know it's not Roger Daltrey.
No, it's fucking
yeah, what is his name? I can't even think of his fucking
name.
Ian
Gillan.
Yeah, Ian Gillan.
Roger Glover is probably you're thinking of.
Was that? Oh yeah, because he came in on bass. Yeah, but he came on way after that. After Gillan came on. Right? Or did they come on together?
He was on. They're both on Deep Purple and Rock because I really like that record too. But
whatever. It's a great record.
I love Deep Purple's Deep Purple, and it's not even like that expensive of a record. But I've never seen it in the wild until I saw it like a couple weeks ago, and I had to buy it from another record store too. I've honestly never seen this in the wild. And
it's always the same like 5 Deep Purple records you see. Deep Purple and Rock, the Live in Japan.
Yeah, but I see
Burn a lot.
All of them.
Or Fireball, I see a lot. Yeah,
I've seen Shades. I've seen both different covers of Shades of Deep Purple.
Yeah,
like I've seen the Book of Taliesin. We have 2 in our store right now. I've seen Deep Purple and Rock a few times. Fireball,
I see that
Machine
a lot.
Heads, And then like
I
everything
also
after
see
that.
Stormbringer a lot too. I do see that one a lot. They're their worst fucking record.
And then their 80s one, The Perfect Strangers, the one that's like the metallic DP symbol.
Yeah, I do see that one too.
But yeah, dude, like I've never seen this fucking one. I look for it every time.
It's a good record. It really is good. But their first 3 records in the end are all pretty much the same.
Oh, that is false.
They really are.
Maybe. To the Untrained Ear, maybe.
No.
Like I said, this is the only one of their first 3 that is incorporating hard rock. The other 2 are just straight like psychedelic kind of pop albums.
Yeah. I mean, this is also me trying to remember when we listened to, what was it, like 17 Deep Purple records in a week? I think we gave ourselves 2 weeks to listen to them all.
It was like fucking 10.
No, dude. It was at least 15 or 17.
We didn't go into the 80s. We only stayed in the 70s.
Yeah, but they put out like 15 records, I think.
It was like 10.
No, I think it was more than that. I really think it was more than that.
I think
anyway.
I'm going to look it up right now then.
Okay. Well, what else you got?
Yeah. No. We stopped on their 10th record exactly.
Oh, we did? Oh, still, it's a lot of records.
It's a lot of records. You're thinking of the Rolling Stones week where we did like 64 and a half.
Well, you did like 24 of their records, and I did mid-teens, maybe 15.
I did all of them, which is funny because I haven't even listened to the new one they put out.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't. Even though people are saying it's really good.
People say that about every fucking Rolling Stones record, so fuck them. They're stupid. They're stupid.
True.
They're stupid.
When most Rolling Stones records are not very good.
Yeah, they're stupid.
Yeah.
They're
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're stupid.
Anyway, so I got a copy of Abraxas, Santana's Abraxas, and it's fucking mint, dude. Like, it's never been played. And this is not by any means like a rare record whatsoever, but Santana records are usually chewed up. They're pretty beat up, especially the first 3, dude. Like, they're always pretty used. And this one is fucking like mint, man, and it sounds fantastic, and it has the poster in it too, which was kind of cool.
Nice.
And so I chose Black Magic Woman because coming off the heels of Fleetwood Mac week, and I'm still pining over Fleetwood Mac, and that's a Peter Green song, and then Santana did it, and it made it great too. So,
would you say that the Santana version is better? I think I would say it is.
It's different.
I think it's better.
You never even heard the Peter Green song. Get the fuck out of here. You know who Peter Green is. Please.
Oh, man, you are exhausting.
The next one here is Weezer. I bought an original copy of Raditude because
all the way back from 2009. Yeah.
Why not? That's what we do here when we just waste money.
Why would you buy this record? It's fine. It's a fine record. It's fine. But
it is fine.
To pay more than $15 for it.
I paid a little bit more than $15, yeah.
I know you did.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a point here. You shouldn't be paying more than $15 for it.
Because, dude, it's an original. It's fucking mint. It was in the shrink. And I couldn't help myself.
I know.
And it's a good listen. Like, listening to it, like, front to back, like, I still like it. And then all day today, I was pretty much listening to Weezer and Kanye. That's all I listen to today. Just back and forth. So tomorrow, my final day, I'm probably going to do all Weezer tomorrow.
What's the song? Was it I'm Your Daddy?
Yeah. With Dr. Luke.
Dude, man, that song is so dumb. It is so dumb.
That's not even the dumbest song on the album because don't forget, they got Lil Wayne on this album too.
Yeah, that Lil Wayne. Which song was the Lil Wayne one? I forgot.
Can't Stop Partying.
Oh, yeah, that song's really, really bad.
That one's fucking written by Jermaine Dupri.
Ugh. Does this one have that? Does it have the track? It might have been a bonus track. What is it? I've been run over by a truck.
It is from this album, but it's not on this one, no.
It's not on that. That's a good song, though. Yeah. That is a good song.
But I chose I Don't Want to Let You Go because this is a banger of a song. It's a
pretty
good song. Rivers wrote this right after Make Believe came out, and then kind of when there's still when Red was percolating, and so you kind of get that Make Believe feel, but kind of like the Red delivery, which also like harkens back to like the demos from Pinkerton. This is very of that sound. And it's fucking cool, man. It's such a good song. It's got like this weird kind of 50s kind of vibe to it. There's a lot of like bop and doo-wop stuff going on here. Like, this song is a banger. And I spent a lot of money on this record. And when I was listening to it, I was like, damn, dude, like, this record's good. I like this. Because it starts and ends with bangers, right?
Well, yeah, the first song is one of the best Weezer songs.
Right.
Like,
easily
a top 10
Weezer closes
Weezer
with
song.
fucking, like, phenomenal bangers. So by the time you're done with I Want You To, and you get into like Can't Stop Partying like halfway through the record, you're kind of like, okay, this is all right. And it just kind of goes downhill a little bit, not fast, but it's like a slow, like the bunny slopes going slowly downhill. And you're kind of like, okay, maybe I spent a little too much on this. But then you end with I Don't Want to Let You Go. And you're like, okay, I like it.
All is good in the world.
All is good in the world. Everything will be all right in the end, as they say.
Yeah. Oh boy, I'm totally happy with the single. If you're wondering, having that single, I'm totally happy with.
I wasn't wondering.
That. Well, that's a funny joke.
That's a funny joke.
You could hear me laughing. Yeah.
Oh, you could tell. I thought it was really funny.
It's like Captain Holt's mom in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes.
I am laughing hysterically.
What's
not even making a face.
What's funny too is so I bought this at another local record store, Double Nickels or Ghost City Side Records, and the other guy that owns, or David was there, the guy, my partner in the what's my record store, Desert Grooves. He was at the store while they were pricing the record, and even the guys like at the record store know that I like Weezer, and so they're pricing it, and like who the fuck would buy this? This is like some obscure shitty Weezer record that has Lil Wayne on it. This is fucking dumb. And like all at the same time, I guess they all looked, laughed, and then said, "Yeah, Jeff's gonna buy this." And then sure as shit, dude, I drove over there after work about it.
Oh, what an idiot!
What an idiot! What a loser! What a fucking loser! All right. So anyway, that's all. Yeah. That's all I got. Except for this is my pick of the week here. This is fucking cool. We got this massive Beach Boy collection in, and with a bunch of like bootlegs and stuff, and we got Adult Child, which is like Brian Wilson's Lost kind of album that is like highly coveted by Beach Boy fans. And then we got a bunch of copies of Smile in the bootleg. There's like a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, I saw all that collection when I was out there. There was so much.
Dude,
like
it was
a whole
insane.
bin.
It was insane.
A whole fucking bin of it.
And those are just the LPs. Like we got a ton of 45s, like super rare 45s.
And then there was all those records from was it Brian Wilson's wife or something?
Yeah, the Honeys. I think it was the Honeys. Yeah,
there was like 4 or 5 of those. I'm like, who's gonna buy these?
It's dude, Beach Boys completists.
Yeah, I guess so. So
there was this other bootleg in there that I didn't know existed, but it was the Grateful Dead Beach Boys live. And at first I was like, okay, maybe this is just like somebody just spliced together 2 shows. But I remember reading or hearing. I remember that Jerry Garcia was a big Beach Boy fan. I remember in my mind. He was a big Beach Boy fan, especially in the early 70s, late 60s, when the world kind of turned on the Beach Boys. And we're like, oh, okay, we're kind of done with you guys. You're getting too weird, and you're not who we thought you were in the early 60s, so fuck off. But Jerry Garcia loved the Beach Boys. And so they were playing a stint of shows at the Fillmore East in 71, and Jerry Garcia, as the Grateful Dead was playing there, hey, let's bring out another California band that you guys may know. And the Beach Boys came out. And so they did a couple songs together, and then the Beach Boys did a couple of their songs with the Grateful Dead's equipment, and the Grateful Dead came back on, and they did like just jams of like 3 different songs. One of them being Johnny Be Good, which I thought was like the tightest one they did. That's the one I had you listen to.
Yeah, it was really good. I was surprised that they were all able to pull it off.
And let me ask you this: now that you know that you've listened to a lot of Grateful Dead,
yeah,
can you recognize Jerry's picking now, like throughout Johnny Be Good?
No,
really?
No. I mean, no, I didn't recognize.
Dude, his like distinctive play style, it sticks out like a sore thumb, especially on Johnny Be Good. It's just like his little accents, his little picks, the stuff that he does in between words, in between like his little flourishes, in between riffs.
Okay. No, I mean I didn't pick up on any of that.
Okay. What's cool too is this show was April of 71, and the Grateful Dead did 4 shows at the Fillmore East. The night before this, they had Duane Allman come on and play a bunch of songs with them, which I also have that bootleg.
Sick. Yeah, that's a good bootleg. That's a really good bootleg. I would actually that's the only Grateful Dead related album I would get is that bootleg.
What's funny about this bootleg though, this is like the most bootiest of bootlegs because halfway through Help Me Rhonda, it just stops. Like the record cuts off and then the record ends, you have to flip it. It's like literally as they're singing, like, help me, and then it's done.
I love that though.
And there's other parts too, like in the second half where there's supposed to be like 7 songs and it cuts down to 5, and the last song just cuts off too, like midway through, and you're done. Okay, you're done. That's it.
They just ran out of tape. The guy recording ran out of tape.
Yeah, just done. Which is weird because like it's the Grateful Dead, dude. Like everybody taped the shows, so that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. That's so fucking funny.
But yeah, this is still like a fucking $70 tape or $70 bootleg.
For a bootleg, man, that's crazy. For a live bootleg, it's not like it's a bootleg of like a recorded album. You know what I mean? Like you have with whoever, Korn or AFI or whatever band. But yeah, that's nuts.
Yes, it was a good find. I was very happy, and I am very happy with this. I like it.
Good, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Very happy.
Very happy. All right, is that all you got for the vinyls?
That's all I got, kid.
All right, I have a few things here. We'll start with Green Day. Their box set, their Dookie box set, 30th anniversary. Came out a year before 30th anniversary happened, but that's fine. Yeah, this is I got this from your record store, Desert Grooves Records. Huge shout out in Chandler, Arizona. And talk about a fucking awesome box set. Like this is up there with some of the best, at least the ones I have, at least. It has all the little knickknacks. It has like little doggy bags that say Green Day Dookie on it. Has those. It has like a bunch of stickers. Just a bunch of little things like that. This has obviously the album Dookie, the original album. I think it's remastered too. It has 2 live concerts at Woodstock and in Barcelona in '94. Demos on one, outtakes on the other record. It's quite the extensive box set, and every record is unique on its own and so fucking great. And I will say, because I've listened to all of the records in this set. The Barcelona performance is way better than Woodstock, and I understand why, because that whole concert was a shit show. But they're both great in their own ways. But if I'm ever going to go back and listen to either one of them, I'm always going to go for the Barcelona one. It just sounds way, way better. But yeah, I mean, this is just an incredible box set. And one of the best things in this whole out of all the songs is the 4-track demo for the song In the End. It's this acoustic rendition of the song, and it's incredible. It obviously is the same melody and everything, but it's all acoustic. And it was just pretty much just Billy Joe and his acoustic guitar, and it's a totally different feel. It's just fucking awesome.
Totally changes that song.
Yeah, and then there's that but they even like keep the breakdown in the song, but instead of like all the drums and everything like that, they threw that like chipmunk like voice filter on, and they're like talking and shit, and then it just drops right back into the chorus again. And I fucking love it. There's only one negative thing I have to say about this box set.
What?
And I wish it had a like a ribbon tab, so that it's easier to pull all the records out. Like you remember in the Autumn box set, it has that ribbon tab to pull them all out. But in this one, it doesn't have that, so you're having to like kind of flip it over or try to dig your fingers in there, but you don't want to break the box. And
you fucking crinkle like the jackets and
exactly. Yeah, so that's the only negative thing I have to say about it. Is they should have put a ribbon in there, a ribbon tab, so it'd be easier to take them out.
I'm fucking tired of like, dude, like what am I gonna do with those doggy bags? What am I gonna do with that airplane? What am I gonna do with the stickers? What am I gonna do with the magnet? Like the fuck is all that shit, dude? There's like a coloring page too. Get out of here with that shit.
Full poster. I mean, the poster's cool. I'm never gonna hang it up. Yeah. Even if you were to frame it, it's already all folded. So if you try to frame it, you're gonna see the creases and shit. Yeah. I do like
how it's so they're all different colored vinyl, and the jackets per colored vinyl are different, kind of like artwork too.
Yeah. And that's really cool. Slightly different color artwork, and then they all have like a banner at the bottom saying what it is, but they're all like in different fonts. And then the Woodstock one has like fake mud thrown all over the jacket too. Yeah, it's pretty fucking
you're right. Bad. Like the Barcelona is objectively a better performance. It's them. They're having more fun. It's tighter. But like the Woodstock one is just so iconic, and you can hear the crowd kind of like getting antsy and kind of turning on them a little bit and getting a little bit rowdy. And you kind of hear them, like you can hear Billy Joe kind of progressively he gets more irritated, and then he just embraces it and leans into it. And then it just like leaves the mic on towards the ending.
Just dead air.
Fucking mayhem.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. I love that.
I think it's really cool too. In all honesty, it's something that is better to listen to when you're watching the video, if you're actually watching the video, than listening to just the audio, because you're missing out on a lot of the context, really, unless you knew what was happening. If some schmuck were to throw that record on and think like, what's actually going on? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, it's not fun at all.
But because we know and we've seen the video a dozen times, it makes for something cool. But
they were playing,
I don't know.
So like during that Woodstock performance, they played. I can't remember what song it was, but they fucking Mike Dirnt just kept doing the bass line, and then Trey was doing the bass or the drum beat while Billy Joe was yelling at the crowd and throwing mud back at him.
Wasn't it Welcome to Paradise?
It was a later one. It was like later in the album or later in the show. Like
I feel like it was.
It went on for like 3 minutes.
I think it was Welcome to Paradise, because Paradise has that bridge, that breakdown, where that's bass driven.
But it was but Welcome to Paradise was the first song they opened with. That was too early.
Remember. Okay, I don't remember that,
but it was good. It was solid.
Yeah, it's in the end, it's not the song, but the box set is it's great. It's one of the best, honestly, one of the best collections of a band's music that I've seen, I've heard, outside of the Mars Volta one. Yeah, this one's fucking solid.
That's good.
Yeah. Yep. So moving on, another record I got this from a record store out in Arizona. And when I was out there with you, apparently you had this in your store, but I did not see it. And I've been looking for this record for over a year now. And it's the album's called Desolation Boulevard from the band Sweet. You know, they're most known for their songs Ballroom Blitz and Fox on the Run. And so yeah, I've been looking for this forever. It's always available on Discogs, but this is the first time I've seen it in the wild. And I was looking for this particular version, the Capitol version, which is the one that was released in the US, because it actually has both songs, Ballroom Blitz and Fox on the Run. The original RCA from the UK didn't have, I think it didn't have Fox on the Run. But yeah, so I got this record, and it's so fucking good, man. This record is so underrated. I don't know if the band's underrated because I haven't listened to all their records, but this album is for sure underrated. It came out in 1974, and late 1974, and I mean it's glam rock with some blues and hard rock in there as well. It's fucking, there's some great guitar playing, some really solid drumming. The vocals are really good. They're fun. Like, everybody just sounds like they're just having a fucking blast playing these songs, and they're really, really solid songs on this record. So I think I put the song Sweet FA on the playlist. It's like a 6.5 minute song. It's the longest song on the record. But yeah, that song's great too. It has like a great like minute and a half build up, and just really kind of jams, and they kind of rip it up. It's great. You probably hated it, but that's fine.
I think this band's good. I think this album's good. I think Fox on the Run, and I think Ballroom Blitz is good. Is it worthy of like keeping in my collection? Nah, it's not.
Dude, I've listened to this record 3 times since I got it.
That's because I've seen your collection, and I don't blame you. So I get it.
You're the worst.
I get it.
You're the worst. You even complimented my collection when you were out here a couple months ago. You complimented my collection, and honestly. That surprised me.
I was trying to let you down easy.
Oh, you're the worst.
Here's what happened. I expected to go over there and your collection to be like on the floor and piled in corners with cat pee on them. That's what I expected. I was complimenting your collection because it wasn't garbage.
Now you're trying to just kind of.
Well, I was trying to let you down easy there.
You don't
kept pushing. So. Yeah, it's not bad. It's. I'll tell you what, your collection is better than bad. There it is.
All right. So yeah, I mean, your collection's far worse than mine, but
my collection is also better than bad.
So annoying. All right, yeah, go check out the Sweet album, Desolation Boulevard.
Just wait till you get like a nice turntable, and all those records that play fine on like your little Tykes turntable are going to sound like even more shit on a nicer turntable.
You're such an elitist right now.
But like for real though, real talk. Like that was the biggest thing that I noticed is all these records that played on my Sony, the one that you click the button and it fucking drops. Yeah. When I got like a nice turntable, Dude, all the records that like played fine did not play.
No, and I know. I mean, especially my my like classic rock collection, all the stuff from like the 80s and before. Most of that stuff's not gonna sound good on a better system. I know that, and that's why I'm slowly starting to replace stuff, because I want to eventually get either OGs or really clean copies of all my 60s, 70s, and 80s stuff. Because most of it is just pretty thrash.
I didn't know, and so when I threw on, because I had like a chuddy copy of Zeppelin too, but it played. I threw it on my nice one, and they get skipped and looped. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I thought like my turntable's fucked up, and it's like, and then I went to Desi, and he's like, "No, dude, it's because like your other turntable sucked, and it'll play through anything." It's like, oh, devastating.
It'll grind through those grooves.
Yeah, devastating. Gutted, as Skip Boy says.
He does say that. Yeah, that is very Britland of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, let's move on. The last thing here comes from the Smashing Pumpkins. This is a live record I got from Billy Corgan's tea shop, Madame Zuzu's in Illinois, in Chicago. And every few months they'll put out like a special vinyl-only live record. And this performance comes from when they played at the BBC in 2014. So this is a very kind of dark era for the band. It was Billy Corgan was the only original member in the band. So he had to kind of like bring in random people to play in the band at the time. And the band almost broke up after this performance, or after their record Monuments to an Elegy. And so it's Billy Corgan on guitar and vocals, Jeff Schroeder on guitar, and then the bass player from The Killers plays on this record, on this live performance, and then Brad Wilk from Rage Against the Machine is on drums. So I think it's a very interesting lineup, and it's a solid performance. Kind of sloppy in parts, but I that might have to do with Brad Wilk, because I feel like he had kind of a hard time keeping up with some of the Jimmy Chamberlin stuff from the early Pumpkin songs. But overall, it's a cool performance. It's pretty raw sounding, really just kind of crunchy guitars, and I don't know. It's a great performance, and it was fairly cheap from the website. It was like $30, which is actually cheap for any Smashing Pumpkins record. So the song I put on here is a Monuments to an Elegy song, because they don't have this live record on the streaming sites. So I chose that one because it's honestly, that record is a really forgotten Pumpkins record. Tommy Lee played on the record, so it's a very stripped down drum performance as well. But it's still a solid record, bottom tier, but still solid Pumpkins record. And I recommend getting this record. It's still available on the website. Cool variant, really cool artwork as well. So check it out.
Okay.
Did you like this Pumpkin song though?
It was fine. There was nothing exciting about this that I thought like, holy shit, that was pretty fucking good. But like, it was just good Pumpkins. Yeah,
that's really what the whole record is. There's nothing spectacular. It's just all good Pumpkins. Nothing really stands out too much.
I listened to Adore the other day at the store. Adore at the store.
Adore at the store.
And it wasn't a bore. I love that record. I love that record a lot. Like that. I know. I think that's still my favorite record. My favorite Pumpkins record.
I don't get it.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love it a lot.
For a guy that talks so much shit on Billy Corgan and the Pumpkins, it's just so strange that is your favorite.
He fucking
that is your favorite. And you also have 3 Pumpkins records. That still blows my mind.
I have their best 3. That is it. That's all you need.
I still can't believe you even have. I would have been surprised if you just had 1, but you have 3 of their records. Blows
I'm
my
telling
mind.
you, it would have been easy for you to do this, okay? But you didn't do it. It was somebody else that did it. But when somebody said, if you listen to the Pumpkins as if they're just like a psychedelic band rather than a grunge band, it'll make more sense. And then going into it like that, it makes more sense. Gish hit harder. Even Siamese Dream hit a lot harder. And then ever since then, it's been like, okay, now I get it. And then if I can just separate Billy Corgan's fucking idiocy from the band, then
what has he done to you? What has he done to you?
He annoys me. He's still annoying me. He's playing at fucking Disney World, dude. It's stupid.
What's wrong with that?
What the fuck are you doing?
What's wrong with that? Who cares?
Dumb. You're fucking dumb. You're dumb. Billy Corgan's dumb. Everybody's dumb.
Seriously, if you were a famous rock star, you wouldn't play at Disneyland? Come on,
dude. Ugh.
If they were offering you $2 million, you wouldn't go play at Disneyland.
That's even worse.
Don't be stupid. Don't be. I mean, I don't know how much she got paid, but I'm just saying as an example. You can't tell me you wouldn't fucking do it. Dude, get the fuck out of here. Get out of my house.
Them.
Get out of my house.
He's just annoying. I find him annoying. I mean, obviously, he's pretentious. Like
oh, yeah, totally.
But like the Autumn, dude, the Autumn thing is just, I was had bad. In that
what
box
do you mean
set.
You were had bad?
That box set may be like the nicest box set I've ever seen. But that album's fucking dumb. And I listened to it the other day, too.
Really?
Stupid.
Why'd you listen to it?
Because like I was getting FOMO on the box set because everybody touches it and everybody's like, "Oh, that's so cool! It's the Autumn box set." It's like, maybe I want to take it back home. So I kind of threw it on. I was like, "Man, this is fucking stupid." Like this was all hype. This was hyped up so much, and it's this. God, it's fucking dumb. It's not very good. It really is not very good.
Okay, you're wrong, but okay.
Damn, that's a nice box set though.
It's a great box set. All the 7 inches too, the 5 7
inches.
It
has the pull tab.
That's exactly. You got to have the pull tab. If you're gonna have those kind of records in there, you got to have a pull tab.
You really do. Otherwise, you're stuck like putting the thing upright, like perpendicular to the ground, and then like flopping him out, and like
kind of like tipping it over and then catching it with the other hand.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
I also don't like the texture when like records in general when they're glossy, like the Pumpkins records or like the Dookie box set, where you can see your thumbprints.
I don't like that either. Especially the Dookie one. It's silver, so like your greasy handprints are all over that thing.
Always.
Yeah, hate that shit.
Annoying.
All right, let's move on. We got a long episode today. We have a long night ahead of us. So that's all I got for the vinyl stuffs.
That's all I got.
No new music that I thought was really relevant came out this week. I actually really didn't even check, but there might have been. But usually the end of the year, there's really nothing. Things don't really kick up until like late January with new releases. So, you got anything else?
That's it. That's all.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and give us 5 stars. Tell all your friends, share everything. And that's it. That's all.
Big